four players that keep their places are captain Reece Munro, Daniel Armour and Jace Fitzgerald, who all line up in the back four, and the exciting Amir Ibragimov also keeps his place in the 10. Jim Thwaite starts alongside Tyler Fletcher in the centre of midfield, with Shea Lacey and James Scanlon on either wing. There's more attacking options on the bench for United, with Victor Musa and Samuel Lassalle both ready if needed. As for the visitors, Nottingham Forest currently sits 6th in the league table with 3 wins and 3 losses from their opening 6 games. Their latest defeat came at home against Wolves, and head coach Lewis Grabban names 2 changes from that 4-1 loss. Into the team comes centre-back Boubacar Sané and forward Shakir Samuels to replace Tennille Brandy and David Madoub.
And we are underway. Nottingham Forest get us started in the Under-18s Premier League North between Manchester United and Forest. United immediately have an opportunity, and it's Obi Martin in the penalty area. Can he score? What a start that is for Manchester United, and what a way to open your account for the Under-18s. Chido Obi Martin latches onto an error, 1-0.
Well, I think it was number 5, Robinson, that was just got short with the back pass, or the ball got stuck under his feet a little bit, but we're not bothered about that. He miskicked it, yeah, he's on it in a flash. Round the keeper, great start after 5 seconds.
Calm as you like. 5-6 seconds, maybe. Well, if you're going to make a flying start, make a flying start, and Manchester United have done just that. 1-0, Chido Obi Martin on his full Under-18s debut. Good finish, took it well.
Don't know if it's exactly right. Ball into the net, fantastic start, just exactly what was required, really. 1-0 up after so early in the game.
Across it comes to Danny Armour. Armour to Fletcher. Now back to Munro. It was a bit longer than we thought. It was 16 seconds, we think, somewhere around there, Arthur, for that goal to be slotted home. 11 is the final confirmed time.
Very, very quick anyway, whatever it was.
Munro to Armour. And a press high up the field. Out wide, right-hand side to Fitzgerald. Slightly unusual position for Jace Fitzgerald today. He's playing at right back. Just continue that thought in a second, because United are in a promising position there. Plunkett was chasing it down. Goalkeeper does well to come out and stick it straight out of play.
Yeah, as soon as you see keepers coming out their box, you just think there's possibly going to be a problem for them. I think he must have knocked that ball against Plunkett and got his side of throwing.
Header flicked on by Daly. Referee says there is a foul in there somewhere. Free kick is given. So yeah, slightly unusual position for Jace Fitzgerald. He played in midweek as well, but he starts at right back today. We've been used to seeing him in the middle of the pitch, but this is how Tom Lawrence gets everything sort of boxed off.
Gives players different tasks in different positions, and gives you a different outlook on how the game's played really from that position, and won't be a problem for him. As I say, he usually plays in the middle of the park and gets stuck in.
I realise I've just said Tom and I meant Adam. That's a good tackle. Sliding challenge comes in, blocked out of play. This high press of this Under-18 side is something to really keep an eye on. There it is again, and Scanlon just gets the ball caught under his feet, doesn't he? But again, it's so effective, Arthur.
Yeah, he asked questions of defenders, just like he done to one of the centre backs, knocks it straight out of play. United win the ball back, so it's just as good as making a tackle. You ask questions of people: can they play out, and are they up to it? And if they can't, you end up winning the ball.
Munro to Armour. Armour's going to go back to Byrne Hughes. Just his second appearance of the season. Cameron Byrne-Hughes in goal for Manchester United. Will Murdoch, who's played 5 already, is on the bench. Meanwhile, United on the front foot. It's a decent cross too. It comes out to Obi Martin. Again, he's had another shot. He's scored another goal. Manchester United double their advantage, 2-0, inside 4.5 minutes. And Chido Obi Martin at the double for the Reds.
Yeah, smart finish from that one. Great ball into channel. I think it was Ibrahimov that knocked the ball wide. Fitzgerald's up there. Another mistake by the Forest defence, and Martin's onto it right away. His kick there, really. He's control quickly and hit it. Doesn't give the keeper any chance at all.
Makes good connection. Gets the laces through. Tucks it into the bottom left-hand corner. Well, doesn't need many opportunities, does he?
I was going to say, you can't ask for a better start than that. 2 goals in the first 4 or 5 minutes.
Clipped out to the left-hand side. Plunkett steps in, steals it away. Launch clear, brought down by Fitzgerald to Fletcher. The Tyler version of Fletcher playing for the under-18s today. Fitzgerald just pressured. Comes back down the line. Cameron Byrne-Hughes helps relieve that pressure. Monroe. That's a decent wriggle away from Ibrahimov.
Yeah, just lets the ball run across his body there. Just gets him a half yard away from his opponent.
Very crowded in midfield for Nottingham Forest, trying to make it difficult for United to play through them. This under-18 side aren't averse to completely cutting out the midfield, though. A bit like that.
Next one again. Let's go, Isaac. Go,
Gerald chasing that across the pitch, but eventually dealt with by Bolter. Plunkett with the throw.
Get up, Rico, let's go.
Chase Fitzgerald is playing on the left-hand side as the right-back here.
Just had to sort of come across the pitch there, just like he's used to playing in midfield, and eventually won United a throw-in.
Maybe that's the game plan from Adam Lawrence. You know, using your full-back as an extra midfielder. We've seen that done with the first team this season. Diogo Dalot has been fulfilling that job for Eric Ten Hag's side.
Yeah, it seems to be the modern way of playing now. The full-backs push into midfield, give you another option, with cramming the midfield players.
A decent little run this, and poked into the penalty area. It was the full-back Reece Monroe that's come all the way to the edge of the opponent's penalty area. Thwaites. Plunkett. Danny Armour back to Dante Plunkett. Needs an option, decides to retreat to Armour.
Ready, Baba. Open your body, Baba, and get ready for a ring. Good. Shakur higher. Shakur higher. I love it.
Interesting listening to coaching being shouted onto the pitch by Nottingham Forest League coach Tom Mallinson. It's the new way, isn't it, Arthur? The constant communication from the touchlines.
I was going to say there's a little bit of a Scottish lilt there as well. I sort of detect that from him.
Meanwhile, Lacey gets a decent cross in too towards the back post, loose in the penalty area. Shot comes in, dragged wide. It's not a million miles away though from Jim Thwaites. Brings it down well, just can't get the shot on target.
Yeah, good control. Another sloppy clearance from the Forest defence. Good control on his thigh, hits it early and didn't miss him by much.
Already got a couple this season, Jim Thwaites. slid into midfield, won back by Scanlon. Sané going to come away with this one. Scanlon chasing him down, clipped out of defence, and maybe an opportunity for Forest to get forward here for the first time. It's a good run as well down that left-hand side for Smith. Picked up by Bradshaw. Back to Fuad Smith. A little bit of room to manoeuvre, but United have got plenty of bodies back behind the ball, Arthur.
Yeah, everybody back in their own half, and you know, it's the first time Forest have had a chance to sort of all get a feel of the ball and knock it about.
It's a decent touch from Fletcher, and all of a sudden Manchester United pouring forward again. Option to the right-hand side with Scanlon. Scanlon into the penalty area, gets his shot away, but straight at the goalkeeper. That's another lovely counter-attack from Manchester United, and they had numbers left and right.
Yeah, he's started this season off in great goal-scoring form. Scanlon, he's done well to dig a shot out there as the tackle was coming in from Brooms, the centre-back.
Got to give a bit of credit there to Ethan Brooms, haven't you? Because that is a crucial tackle in the end. Danny Armour. Another strong under-18s team this year for Manchester United. Of course, if you've been watching the Manchester United Academy games for any length of time, you'll know just how successful this under-18 side was last season. A couple of those players have progressed up to play PL2 with the under-21s. A couple of them were even included in the under-19s game this week against Zalgiris in Lithuania. More on that at half-time. If you missed exactly what happened, we've got a nice report coming for you once we get to half-time in this game.
And that's what it's all about, really. Pushing players forward, up into the system, really, and then some of them hopefully get in the first team squad.
Alfie, lock on, tighter.
As it comes to Fletcher. All over the top is chased down well in the end. All of a sudden there's numbers here for Manchester United. That's a neat ball infield. Ibrahimov looking for the cross. It's deflected away. He's looking for Obi Martin. Eventually smuggled clear by Nottingham Forest. Fletcher left behind by the Scotsman Cormac Daly. Davis goes wide left-hand side. Daly picks this up again. Slide tackle from Fitzgerald is unsuccessful and is eventually well dealt with by Manchester United. Scanlon. Scanlon takes no chances, picks the easy pass.
Yeah, it does really well there. As I said, he started off this season in great goal-scoring form. Almost added his tally there a few minutes ago.
Has been in absolutely sensational goal-scoring form, James Scanlon. A bit like last season, to be fair. 2 in the under-18s Premier League so far this season. He's also got another one against Zalgiris in midweek in Lithuania for the under-19s. 8 goals in 19 appearances last season.
I thought he scored a few. Am I dreaming? He scored. Did he beat Blackburn 9?
Yeah, did he? He got a couple in that one as well.
Well, he got 3 or 4, I think.
We were doing that game as well, weren't we? It was me and you.
There's
been a lot of football since then.
I've had a few sleeps since then, yeah. Sure, he got 4.
Incredible. James Scanlon. Here he is on the ball, and he's wriggled free into the penalty area. Gets the cross away, turned home. It's a hat-trick inside 15 minutes for Chido Obi Martin. Manchester United flash into the lead, and Chido Obi Martin, on his full debut, has bagged a hat-trick inside quarter of an hour.
Well, James Scanlon, who we're talking about, done well on the left-hand side there, getting to the dead ball line, cutting it back, and Obi Martin's just hit that way quickly with his left foot. A couple of the first goals came with his right. Scanlon does well to win the ball back there. Has a look up there, cuts it back. First time shot, central, good finish.
Well, as debuts go, I'm not. I understand he has already played for Manchester United's under-18s, but full debut, first start, and not bad really.
Not too bad. Got the match ball already.
It's all the way back with the goalkeeper, Willows. Yeah, Biancheri's got 5 this season for the under-18s.
There's that many goals went in, you just sort of lose track of all of them.
There's a lot of goals that game for certain. Difficult this for Nottingham Forest. Find themselves in a really tough position early in the game.
Yeah, United not letting them get out at all, forcing them to make.
Oh, there's another
mistakes.
opportunity here for Obi Martin. Well, it could have been 4, couldn't it? Head in his hands, because he knows what an opportunity it was for his 4th and United's 4th after 15.5 minutes.
Yeah, United forcing the Forest defenders into making mistakes there, winning the ball back and almost adding another goal into the tally.
Well, last time you and I were in this position, Blackburn Rovers with the opposition, and it finished, as you said, 9. We've already got 3 in this game after 15 minutes.
Well, it's not a bad habit to get into. They're just relentless as they just keep coming forward, overworking this Forest defence and midfield.
Thwaites goes out to the right-hand side, and Lacey with the fancy footwork gets to the byline. Is he going to pull it back? Does so in the end, but can't find Ibrahimov. Fitzgerald wriggles free of the attentions of the Forest defenders. Monroe. Back to Danny Armour. Reece Monroe, the Manchester United captain today. Back it comes to Ibrahimov. Fletcher. Back to Ibrahimov. Armour. Good work from Fletcher in midfield. Tyler's brother Jack was on the bench for the United first team against Brentford, wasn't he? I was trying to figure out during that commentary who the last father-son partnership was to play for Manchester United. And I got to John Aston Jr., John Aston Sr., and then struggled from that point onwards. Couldn't think of anybody else.
Well, your knowledge is a little bit better than mine, I think.
If anybody knows any better, feel free to drop us a line. Didn't get on the pitch in the end, so it didn't matter. But you know when you're furiously searching to make sure that you get it right. Meanwhile, this Manchester United side just taking their time, thoroughly in control at the moment, Arthur.
Yeah, they've knocked the ball around, they've done everything that's been asked of them. Just similar to that game a few weeks ago when they scored so many goals against Blackburn. They've not taken the foot off the pedal and they're keeping going, just knocking the ball around, using the full width of the pitch and making it difficult for their opponents.
A little bit overzealous that from Fuad Smith, who is penalised. Problem here with Cormac Daly, who's down on the deck. So we're going to get a little bit of treatment on the field for him. Gives everybody a chance to get some instructions on board, and I would imagine that Nottingham Forest might be quite pleased with that, really, because it's not been an easy opening 20 minutes for them.
No, it's been difficult for them going a goal down so early in the game, and 2 goals down just a couple of minutes later, and then 3 goals down, and United have continued to come at them and hopefully add to their tally.
Instructions being given out. But Manchester United have been, well, they've been clinical. They've had 3 opportunities after, well, 4 opportunities. They've taken 3 of them.
Yeah, Obi Martin, great finishes, and as you say, he almost had the 4th there as well. Willows made a decent save. But they've not allowed Forest hardly any time on the ball, especially at the back. They've tried to win the ball off them early, and they've managed to succeed in doing that.
We spoke about that high press, didn't we? Right at the beginning. It's absolutely coming to pay. Well, 3 goals already for that man in your picture, Chido Obi Martin. First one latching onto an error inside. I think we timed it eventually at 13 seconds for Chido Obi Martin. Some start for United. Second one, well, again, just pops out to him on the edge of the penalty area and rifles the finish home, right-footed. And this last one's great work from James Scanlon. And the cross finds Obi Martin, who manages to make it 3, Arthur.
Yeah, 2 good finishes with either foot, right and left. They obviously went round the keeper with the first one and just rolled it in an empty net, but you can't argue for more than that. The match ball's his after 14 minutes. Great start.
Hopefully Cormac Daly's going to be okay.
Can we play, please?
Has to leave the field after receiving treatment. Hopefully he'll be allowed back on in the not too distant future. Game is back underway. Oh, he is back onto the field and immediately penalised for a very clumsy looking tackle on Dante Plunkett.
Didn't seem to slow down there at all, just ran right into his opponent.
Ran him over.
Good, Jim.
Let's go.
Thwaites has done well. United go over the top. There's one to chase it for Obi Martin. Keeper comes, needed to get there. Gets enough on it in the end to get it away.
Yeah, 2 red shots almost getting on the end of that, and the keeper done ever so well to come out and clear that.
I said before, didn't I, that if you pack the midfield, Manchester United are not averse, this under-18 side, to just going straight over the top of you and giving the forward something to chase, and they very nearly created something out of nothing there.
Exactly. If you're getting closed down and people are trying to press you high in the middle of the pitch and at the back 4 as well, all high, it's just common sense to try to go above them and bypass them.
It's a little bit straight from Danny Armour, but could see what he was trying to do. James Scanlon on the run.
The keeper had to be on his toes again there, coming off his line.
More pressure coming from United. Scanlon. Pressure coming from Plunkett. Sliding tackle puts the ball out of play. No time to even breathe for this Nottingham Forest side at the moment.
Yeah, good test for them to keep playing the way they've been told. Can't get out, but they'll keep trying.
Again, the pressure comes from Obi Martin. Well, they're committed to their principles, Arthur, of playing out from the back. Not quite sure how I'd be that mentally disciplined, given the situation, but credit to them. That's their style, they're sticking to it. Fletcher comes back to Fitzgerald. Poke back to Monroe. Armour sees a bit of space and takes it. That's a lovely crossfield ball as well, and it's found Ibrahimov. Now Lacey, edge of the penalty area. Shea Lacey, what a shot, and that is a fine save from Kean Willows, turning it round the post.
Yeah, another switch of play, good piece of play. Ibrahimov getting the ball to Lacey, cuts inside, does that a lot onto his left foot, and a good save by the keeper, low down to his right.
I mean, that's a clumsy-looking challenge as well, isn't it? That goes in from Whiteley. Ibrahimov manages to get there. Cross has ended up directly with the goalkeeper. Nothing to concern ourselves about. Goalkeeper again under pressure. Manages to get the pass away to Whiteley.
Bravo, Rick! Bravo, Rick! Bravo, Rico!
Through midfield. That's a turn that allows Forest to try and get on the front foot. Poked out of play by Fitzgerald.
When it's on that side, smell if it's going to break down. See what happens in the game and get in a good position. So now smell it, Bob. Smell it. Good.
Fitzgerald clearly having his shirt pulled. Referee spots it.
Not too narrow though. Good lad.
Our referee today, Mr. Curtis Wood.
Go, man. Tight,
He's had a fair amount of pointing at the centre spot to do so far. All down that left-hand side looking for Scanlon's, just too strong.
Right idea, turning and twisting in the middle of the park to H. Just a little bit too much on that one for Scanlon to keep in.
If you're wondering if the pitch looks a little different from what we saw last season for the... That's a lovely challenge that goes in. That's brilliant from Jace Fitzgerald. It's because things have just switched around while the work is going on at Manchester United's training ground. There's a decent ball into the penalty area, but Ibrahimov gets up there, but can only get a glance in contact. It ends up flying past the post.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that. He's almost central there. Looked certainty he had to United's tally, just ended up glancing it wide.
So essentially things have moved around. The under-18s playing on this pitch at the moment whilst that work is happening. First team are using a different pitch, and yeah, everything is shifted around.
Must say though, the pitches all look excellent all the time.
Yeah, they look unbelievable, don't they? Look out across all of the pitches here at Carrington. Quite impressive. Danny Armour. Reese Munro. Fitzgerald. Ibrahimov back to Jace Fitzgerald. Back it goes to Reese Munro. And now Cameron Byrne-Hughes.
There's just been a spectator, thankfully. Byrne-Hughes, so he's used to the balls. Obviously good. That's the only way the defenders have kept him involved. They're knocking the ball back to him.
He's more like an extra centre-half at the moment, isn't he? Just given another passing option when the ball's coming across the back. Here he is again on the edge of his own box. Danny Armour. It's a lot of running, isn't it, if you're Nottingham Forest, chasing this ball backwards and forwards.
Yeah, 3 goals down after 15 minutes. A bit demoralising, but they're still sort of trying their best. That's all they can do, really.
What I would say is that you and I have seen enough under-18s Premier League games, Arthur, to not count our chickens too soon. Ball is over the top, collected by Scanlon. The full Gibraltar international, James Scanlon, made his Gibraltar debut earlier this year for the first team. Thwaites finds Obi Martin. Back to Fletcher. Shea Lacey with some space. Lacey's going to have a go from distance. Goalkeeper, I think, had it covered all the way through and allows that to go behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, just the way he was hitting that, it was always sort of going to curling away from that far post. Curling it around the defender when he got closed down.
You know, I was just talking about James Scanlon's international debut. It turns out that it was against Lithuania back in March, which is odd considering this game sandwiched between a couple of games against Lithuanian opposition. Obi Martin sets it up. What an effort that is from Ibrahimov. Forces a decent save, diving away, tips it over the bar.
Yeah, full stretch. Willow's there getting his fingertips to that one. That was just creeping underneath the crossbar, I feel.
Throw it away, and then we're playing in the middle.
Yeah, got right over it, Ibrahimov, and kept it down. Good save in the end.
Well, United turning the screw again. Half an hour on the clock. They lead by 3-0. Managed to get themselves 3-0 up inside 15 minutes if you're only just joining us.
Again, follow him.
Some space here into the penalty area. Ibrahimov twisting, turning. It's very congested.
Step out.
Too congested in the end.
Step out. Ramsey, get him up. Quick pass. All the way. Ramsey, get up.
Fitzgerald's very safe on the ball, isn't he? Never really any concern that he was going to lose out there, Arthur.
No, and playing that right back area, he's slotted in really well there. Just be on that right hand side like an auxiliary midfield player, pushing forward with Ibrahimov on that side.
It's another great crossfield ball. Shea Lacey's managed to get himself some space. He's going to win the corner as well. Well, that's Shea Lacey 101. If you've ever seen him before, he does love a little bit of trickery to get himself away from his marker.
Yeah, the fullback needs some help. You can go either way, really. We've said it before many a time with Lacey, just slotting that one back to Fitzgerald.
Scanlon. Plunkett. Just having to fight his way back onto the ball there. Plunkett. Referee says it was all fair and above board, so will be a Manchester United throw. Armour. Well, Chido Obi Martin trying to make sure that that sticks. He's done really well. Got himself caught in traffic, but didn't lose possession. Swung forward, back into the path of the Manchester United strikers. Ibrahimov, Obi Martin, real opportunity this. Lasered goalwards, but it's up and over the top. And,
Scanlon's had his arms up in the air as if to say, I shouted for that and I didn't get it, but he's a striker. He's got the ball at his feet in the box. Has that eyes up the opposition, whereas everybody's 6 yards out. You've got to shoot there. Just gets underneath it.
Scanlon and Ibrahimov both inside the penalty area. I think he's got every right to take it on from that position.
Exactly, yeah. He's a striker.
And he's
Ball in
already,
the box, yeah.
and he's already got 3.
Yeah.
Next one.
Decent turn from Thwaites. Lovely control from Scanlon. Very good football inside this under-18s team. Oh, good to watch.
Step into the block.
Again. Ball finds Plunkett. Plunkett wins another corner.
Yeah, he's another one who gets forward at every opportunity, like an extra midfield player, with Fitzgerald on the other side and Plunkett on this near side.
Well, United have committed a fair few into the penalty area here too, so more defensive work for Nottingham Forest to do. As the ball's delivered from the left. Headed away. Falls to Lacey. It's a lovely bit of control, isn't it, to just pluck that out of the sky. Defended in the end by Nottingham Forest. Touch from the goalkeeper, very nearly gets himself back into trouble with Ibrahimov though. Actually has given himself and his side a bit of a tricky time getting out of this one. Yeah, there's no chance that Boubacar Sana is getting there.
That's what the pressure does to people that hit long passes, and I said before, invariably get the ball back.
What a ball that is. And Lacey's got away. They're going to get to the byline. Options in the middle for Shay Lacey. Has a go. Too close to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's got a great ability to cut inside in his left foot, and that's what'll be confusing the Forest fullback, I think, there.
You've got to defend about 3 different things at once when Shay Lacey's running at you. Never know which way he's going to go, as Arthur has already alluded to. Fuad Smith. Comes out to Sané. Davis looking for the through ball, almost gets there as well. Trips the offside flag, and United have possession back.
Yeah, it's Monroe's just trying to cut that one out, and it just looks as if the Forest player just went into an offside position too early.
United in no real hurry, lead by 3 goals to 0. Not that they've stopped trying to get that ball forward. We've seen countless corners now. And Obi Martin has had a couple more opportunities to add to his hat-trick already. Lacey squares this to Armour. Early ball through the middle. Fletcher knocks this out to Scanlon. This is positive from Manchester United. Scanlon twisting away from danger. Thwaites with some fancy footwork, but he can't work his way through that group of 3 Forest players, and eventually the foul comes.
Yeah, but he almost did get through. That's the thing. They're just relentless, United, and that's just what you've got to be. Even if your goal's up, you've just got to be keeping trying to turn the screw. I'm sure Adam Lawrence and his coaching staff will be telling him to do that. Not only for the remaining of this half, but for all the second half, just like we had a few weeks ago against Blackburn Rovers here. You've just got to keep going and play the way you're playing, and everybody's getting a touch of the ball and enjoying it, as you can see.
Well, I said they were in top form and top confidence right at the very beginning of the programme, and I think this Manchester United side sort of proving that. Everything coming very easy, and when you are confident and when you are playing well, you get all of the lucky breaks, it seems, at the same time, don't you?
Yeah, but the use of the ball's been excellent. The goal scoring's been fantastic as well.
That's good work from Chido Obi Martin again. Now another opportunity here for United. Across it comes to the striker, just tries to turn himself out of trouble, pops out to Plunkett, and he's going to be a foul and free kick. It's just a little bit on the clumsy side, isn't it, from Alfie Bradshaw?
Yeah, just a little bit late, bit of frustration as well, just chasing the ball around. You get that, just a little bit late with the tackle.
Well, options for this free kick, but I can't see anybody but Shay Lacey taking it. Slightly out on this right-hand side. His left foot here will be dangerous. Jim Thwaites standing with him, but I would guess that this is Lacey's to put into the penalty area in one way or the other. Up he steps, has a shot. It's a decent effort too. Keeper slides to his left and manages to snuff out the danger.
Yeah, gets it up and down quickly. We've seen him doing that many a time before. Willows moves across his line to collect that and doesn't spill it.
Had a couple of injury problems, Shay Lacey, but good to see him back playing for this under-18 side. Pressure again from United. It's relentless pressure. James Scanlon offside, I would imagine, against Chido Obi Martin, which is why he's left that alone.
Yeah, just went off. Well, we're not quite in line with everybody, but You can see a linesman over there, flag up right away.
Shakir Samuels plays this back, and now over the top it comes, looking for Isaac Davis on the run. Cameron Byrne-Hughes more than aware of that situation. Scanlon's found a lovely 1-2 here with Fletcher. Fletcher on the charge, looks to get it across to Obi Martin. Half cleared.
Stay in there, Jim. Well done. Passes.
Possession still with United though. Thwaites.
Yes. Shuffle. Come across.
Plunkett. Scanlon. Oh, Scanlon's found a seam to run through. He's going to have a go as well. James Scanlon wrong foots the goalkeeper and scores for Manchester United. That is a lovely run from James Scanlon. It just opened up for him brilliantly. The strike hit behind the defender. Goalkeeper couldn't see. It's in the back of the net. 4-0.
Yeah, just opened up in front of him. Gets within 23, 24 yards of the goals. Keeper wrong-sighted, as you say, maybe covered by one of his defenders, but wrong-footed. Thumping his leg, Willows, the keeper, but Scanlon, fantastic strike and drilled that. Really caught it sweetly.
Yeah, heads up, let's go.
High fives all round. No exuberant celebrations because James Scanlon aware that 4-0 up after 40 minutes is... yeah, it's a little bit difficult for the opponent, isn't it? Quite nice to see a little bit of sportsmanship without crazy celebrations.
Caught it well though when he hit it.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Struck it really well.
Well, he's hit it so well that the goalkeeper's not even moved off the spot.
Yeah, he might have possibly just unsighted by one of his defenders in front of him, I think, but it looks as if he moved the keeper as if he was expecting to go over the other side of the goals.
No fouls. No fouls.
These Saturday morning games with this under-18 side never fail to be entertaining in one way or the other. It's a decent slide tackle that goes in, allows Reece Munro to sprint out of the line and steal the ball away.
Should be maintaining possession.
There's the throw.
Ready, travel, Brumsy.
That's another short back pass, but well read this time by Brooms. Manages to deal with that problem from Rico Robinson.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
He was
Jimmy.
unfortunately at fault for the first one. First goal of the afternoon. This is the first foray into the Manchester United defensive third. Slide tackle comes in, and that will be a first corner of the game for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, not been up there that often, but Ibrahimov done well at getting his foot in just to stop that cross going in.
Had to do an awful lot of defending, this United side, but they are going to have to defend this. Robinson flicked on by Munro and run clear by Fitzgerald.
Central. Look where you are. Look where the bodies are.
Great turn from Jace Fitzgerald, just couldn't quite keep it in. Sneaks out of play for a Forest throw.
Compact, Jim. Well done.
As I say, more used to seeing Jace Fitzgerald play centrally, but done a pretty decent job at right back for Manchester United today.
Good, Chido.
The use of the ball's been excellent, as you'd expect, and he's comfortable going forward and linked up well with Ibrahimov on that side.
And of course has played that extra midfielder role as well as you would anticipate. Forest just having a little bit of a spell here before half-time. 90 seconds plus stoppages to go.
Edge gunners.
Robinson.
Ready.
Brooms. Daly. Daly's ball into the penalty area, finds only Fitzgerald. United lose out because of how many players Forest have left forward. Waits to Ibrahimov. Monroe, Ibrahimov, and Manchester United have cleared it out of their half. Obi Martin just shrugs off the pressure from Robinson. Going to get a cross in too. It's well collected. Chance maybe. It's going to be turned home by Manchester United. And it's Amir Ibrahimov arriving late into the penalty area, just forcing the ball into the back of the net after some brilliant work from Chido Obi Martin. And just before the break, United make it 5.
He's had some decent attempts, Ibrahimov, on that side. Follows in, another bit of a mistake by the Forest defence. Follows it up and gets a ricochet going in his favour. Two of them just hesitated, maybe left it to each other, and the keeper's sort of thinking they're dealing with it. But he stepped in and just made sure he poked it over the line, got his foot in. As I said, he's had a few attempts at goals. One he almost scored with a header, but got the ball over the line on that occasion, and that's the main thing.
Manchester United averaging a goal every 9 minutes in the first half. It's not a bad return, is it? 3 for Chido Obi Martin, James Scanlon on the score sheet, and Amir Ibrahimov just forcing that one home before the break. Ball over the top is going to be collected by Burn Hughes. 3 minutes of time added on at the end of the first half, and we've played a minute of those. Get Arthur's thoughts on the first 45 minutes very shortly. First though, see what happens with this latest attack from Manchester United. Over the top, nobody's made the run. It's going to be stopped by the goalkeeper, and that means I can ask Arthur what he's made of Manchester United's opening half.
Well, I'm sure all the coaching staff will be delighted with the performance that they've gave, and they've just got to keep it going. That's the thing, just don't take your foot off the pedal at all. It's been relentless, and they've not really seen much of Forest come forward, although they've had the ball in United's half in the last sort of 5 minutes, forcing a couple of corners.
It's been won back by Manchester United. Robinson, Ibrahimov tries to win that one, can't do so. Daly. Lovely bit of skill from Cormac Daly, but too many red shirts for him to try and work his way through. Confident on the ball, United. All of that pressure coming their way, and they just play themselves through it. Well, a hat-trick inside 15 minutes for Chido Obi Martin. I think the highlight of the first 45 minutes, although the goals from James Scanlon and Amir Ibrahimov really ramming home the point that Manchester United have been dominant and clinical when the opportunities have come.
Yeah, Scanlon's in particular, really good strike, and Ibrahimov following the ball in, winning a ball and winning a goal actually out of nothing really.
Well, Obi Martin sort of making the run and shrugging off the advances of the defender, but it was Ibrahimov that made the run into the penalty area, just outwilled himself into the box to turn that one home. The half-time whistle goes, and that is the man of the half. 3 for Chido Obi Martin. First minute, 5th minute, 15th minute, hat-trick. Thank you very much indeed. James Scanlon took until minute 40 to make it 4 for Manchester United, and Amir Ibrahimov in the 45th minute making it 5. Manchester United absolutely rampant in the opening 45 minutes against Nottingham Forest. At the break, they lead Forest by 5-0.
Yeah, Musa gone up front. Yeah, I think you've covered that quite correctly.
Yeah, I can't see any more changes. So it looks like it is Obi Martin that has made way for Musa, and confirmation that the other change is Albert Mills, who replaces the centre-half Danny Armour. Shea Lacey going to start the second half like he finished the first, and that is on the attack. He is upended, and
yeah, just
goes for the free kick.
Tease you with the ball, Shea Lacey, and invites a tackle in.
Been sold a wrong one about the Nottingham Forest substitutions. I'll clarify those for you in a second, but Rico Robinson hasn't actually left the field. He is playing. Evan Bolter is the one that's made way.
Well done, well done.
Say I've been sold a wrong one. I sold you a wrong one. That's what I've done.
Pause on movement, let's go.
Just got a little bit too much on that one, Lacey, from the right-hand side. Try to curl it into the back post.
Middle. Ready, James?
So, team over from Hong Kong Jockey Club. They, the under-16s, I think, played them on Wednesday. They were invited to come down and have a watch today, and they are being thoroughly entertained, Arthur. Thoroughly entertained.
Yeah, and got some decent weather for it as well, so might be sort of similar stuff to what they've been used to at home.
Might be a smidge warmer over there. Absolutely Baltic in Greater Manchester today. Does feel like autumn has well and truly set in and winter is around the corner.
At least that big thing in the sky shining anyway.
Yeah. Nice to see some blue sky.
One way, Shakur, one way.
James Bailey onto the field for United as well.
Get higher. Shakur, higher. Better. Lock on eyes. Lock on eyes up.
Looking to squeeze this ball across. Does that to Fletcher. Confirmation of the Manchester United changes here. Fitzgerald, Fletcher and Obi Martin all off. And they have been replaced by Bailey, Musa and Mills. I did think I couldn't see Jace Fitzgerald.
Alfie, get tight and locked up. Get tight when it goes.
Fletcher finds Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov loses out. That's been given away. Scanlon gets on the end of that and starts a drive-in run forwards. Dangerous in these positions, James Scanlon. And Nottingham Forest think so too. So a physical-looking challenge on Scanlon. But, well fought back, Manchester United with Tyler Fletcher.
And that's a good thing. If they lose the ball, they know how to retrieve it quickly, as high up the field as possible to get it back into the possession.
A little bit of a tactical switch up for the Reds as well. Dante Plunkett's actually come to right back, and he will be continuing in that position. Mills inside him. Lacey, Munro next to him, and then Bailey out on that far side.
Really good. Scanners in line with the middle of the goal. Get your hand on people.
Blake gets the ball forward to Samuels. This is better from Nottingham Forest as they make some progress up the field. United having to do some chasing back here. Ball's into the box, it's loose. That has to be a good challenge, and it is. Timed perfectly by Captain Reece Munro.
Yeah, and it had to be perfect as well. Once you go to ground the box, you've got to make sure you get some contact with the ball, which he did. Conceding the corner.
Well, they haven't had too many opportunities from set pieces, Nottingham Forest. This might be potentially their second or third corner of the game. Delivery. Loose inside the penalty area. Congested though. Lots of bodies to try and work that through. Plunkett eventually plays it out to Lacey. Bailey. Lacey. Lacey goes past a couple. having his shirt pulled and shins kicked on the way through. He just keeps running.
Which I'm sure he's got to get used to that, because the way he drives at people, he's enticing tackles all the time. Still had possession of that, even though the free kick had been given.
Scanlon. Lacey. Lacey with the cross, too close to the goalkeeper. Couple of red shirts in there. Musa was the closest to that cross from Shay Lacey.
Yeah, almost got across the goalkeeper there, Musa.
Just couldn't wrap his boot all the way around it. That's brilliantly well won back by Scanlon, and all of a sudden United on the front foot again in the penalty area with Lacey. Lacey twisting away, just can't take the ball with him. And Forest can try and get the ball clear. Late comes infield to Whiteley. Whiteley's looking for Smith, but overplayed. Monroe. Ibrahimov. Thwaites and Bailey. Back to Amir Ibrahimov. Lacey just bouncing off players. Plunkett is not fouled according to the referee. He thought that maybe that should have been given, but no such luck. Thwaites again just being that destructive midfielder. He can do both sides of that game. He can be the destructive one, but he is also hugely important in United's creative build-up, Arthur.
Yeah, good on the ball. Good combination in the middle of the park there with him and Ibrahimov.
Well, Shakir Samuels has just left a little bit on Shay Lacey on this near side touchline, and Shay Lacey in return has just left a little bit on Shakir Samuels. Samuels turns round and eyeballs him and then goes, no, actually it's probably fair enough, that's 6 and 2 threes. We'll walk away from that situation.
Problem the Forest lad's got is he's going to be fed the ball quite a few times, Lacey, and he might have to face up to him a few times in the remaining 40 minutes of this game.
It's good work again from Musa, working hard, and then he just loses his footing in the shade there, maybe where the sun hasn't quite dried the pitch as much. That's good work again from Fletcher on this occasion.
Yeah, winning the ball back. They're conceding the throw-in.
Lacey. Well, he is. He's like a Weevil doll, isn't he, Lacey? Try his hardest to bring him down, but very difficult thing to do. He has just kicked the ball away there, and I wonder whether the referee is going to get the yellow card out of his pocket, or whether it's just going to be a don't do that again, please. It's a don't do that again, please.
Just unfortunate he didn't kick it against the Hordens. Kicked it through the gap at the corner flag.
Beat the keeper, Dante. Beat the keeper.
Well, it's a very difficult thing to do, to out-muscle Reece Monroe. And Shakir Samuels has tried to do exactly that. Failed, and then had to resort to hauling him down.
Yeah, a bit of a disparity in the sort of age, possibly. You can tell by the way Reece, well, how tall he is. Just patting his opponent at the back as he went past.
Got some good news coming from the northeast of England. Manchester United's under-21s are currently leading by a 1-0 away at Newcastle. Sam Mather on the score sheet for Manchester United's under-21s in PL2. It's a lovely bit of work from Zion Blake, and he's still going here, Blake. Up to the edge of the penalty area, might have just forced something into creation, but then that ball just played behind Daly, allows Manchester United back into position. Smith. Whiteley. Battle of the 2 threes. On this occasion, it is Dante Plunkett that wins out.
Yeah, a little bit of a decent piece of possession for Forest, forcing United back in their own half.
Have another change here for Manchester United. It's Lacey that makes way, and Shay Lacey has been replaced by Samuel Lassalle. Everybody happy with Lassalle? That's his surname. Cool. If I get it wrong, just let me know. Confirmation of that substitution. Shay Lacey leaves the field, replaced by Samuel Lassalle. Albert Mills, who is playing centre-half for Manchester United at the moment, is a rangy human being. I hadn't quite seen how tall he was until just a moment ago. Brilliant from Cameron Byrne-Hughes. Just channeling his inner Andre Onana there, wasn't he, as he dragged the ball away and made the attacker look a bit foolish.
Which they can do. If you've got the confidence to do that as a goalkeeper, that's great.
Well, this under-18s team in the last 6 minutes has made Arthur grin and has made me grin. It was Shay Lacey that made Arthur smile just a couple of moments ago as he went sort of meandering down the right-hand side. And that from Cameron Byrne-Hughes has brought a smile to my face.
Well, I was just reminiscing about all the help I got when I was playing football. From people at midfield players and centre backs.
Free kick taken by Forest. No set piece here, just instead a resumption of possession. Scanlon's not going to stop running there, doesn't, and the goalkeeper realises that he needs to get rid of it a little bit more sharply than he had planned. That's a good ball out to Jonathan Whiteley. Taken on by Blake. Back it comes to Davis, and now on again to Bradshaw. Bradshaw tries to switch that ball out to the right-hand side. It's collected by Daly. Daly loses his footing. Manchester United bring the ball away. Musa using a bit of body movement to give himself a yard of space. Well, Victor Musa was another one that played in midweek in Lithuania, now on the field for United. Daly gets the cross a bit skew-whiff and gives possession back. So most of the players that played some part in that game in midweek have either not started today, aren't involved for the under-18s, or have been removed. The only player that hasn't been removed from the field of play that played in midweek is James Scanlon, who, well, he's got an incredible engine on him anyway. He'll go all day long, won't he, James Scanlon? On the score sheet on Tuesday, on the score sheet today, the Gibraltarian. Been a much more even second half, Arthur, than we saw in the opening stages of the first.
Well, it looks as if they've obviously made a few changes, Forest, and it's been a bit difficult for them conceding so many goals in the first half, but they've come out and made a better fist of it in the second half and tried to take the game to United when they've had the chance.
Probably needed to, didn't they? United will be looking to just take the sting out of Forest. We might see a little resurgence from Adam Lawrence's side once we get towards the last 20 minutes or so. Clear foul on Thwaites, and referee blows for the free kick.
Eyes up, two jobs. Screen the pass as well if you can. Rick will be ready to step in to help David. David, make contact. David, make contact.
I think you always get that second half when there's substitutions made and you have people in different positions. It just sort of takes a little bit of the sort of spark out of the game, really, as people sort of find where they are and what they're doing.
Yeah, we often talk about it just taking 10 or 15 minutes to settle down, don't we? The only thing that we often find with this under-18 side, Arthur, is that we have these quiet spells in the second half and then all of a sudden we see 2 or 3 scored in the last 10 minutes or so.
The opposition get a little bit more tired. Yeah.
That is a crunching tackle that comes in from Madupe. Wrestling match to force Plunkett out of play.
Oh, I'm not so sure that was. I don't know whether he won the ball with his leading foot, but he certainly won a little bit of the ball eventually. Thought he might have given a free kick there for United's favour.
Well, it looks like he's given a free kick in Nottingham Forest's favour. Yeah. I'd love to be able to explain that one to you. Unfortunately, I'm struggling.
I think the second challenge, there was a little bit of dragging going on there. I think Victor Musa just sort of had a little bit of a tug of his shirt.
Shakir Samuels down. He's run into the arm of Albert Mills, hasn't he? There's been no movement of that left arm from Albert Mills at all. I think Shakir Samuels is just at an unfortunate height that his nose is at Albert Mills' elbow.
And to be fair to Samuels, he's only small in stature, but he's coming up against two much bigger lads.
Yeah, they're a pair of monstrous centre halves, really, in Reece Monroe and Albert Mills. They are tall. Oh, Manchester United's first team back in action after that 1-1 draw against Fenerbahce in midweek. They've got West Ham at the London Stadium. Matchday Live available for you from 12:55 on MUTV and, of course, on the Manchester United app. Let's hope that Erik ten Hag's side can head down to London and bring 3 points back home. It would be lovely to back up that 3 points against Brentford with another 3 points in London.
It would be nice big pitch there. A little bit different from sort of the many years ago when we had to play at Upton Park, but certainly it's a nice big pitch, and hopefully United have been successful there over the last few years, so hopefully they can get 3 points down there.
Bruno Fernandes should be back in contention. Erik ten Hag saying in his team news that was a possibility that that Bruno Fernandes, who of course was suspended in midweek, will be available, and Johnny Evans is a potential to be available as well, which could be massive news for Manchester United to have Johnny back and available, especially after his performances against Villa and Brentford. He's been absolutely astonishing.
Very much so. He's been outstanding. He won't like me saying it for being one of the oldest players on the pitch, but his form's been exemplary.
Well, he leads by example, does the man from Northern Ireland. And that example has been a very fine one. So 12:55, Matchday Live tomorrow. And then, of course, radio commentary taking you all the way through the game. I think it's radio commentary with me and Lou Macari tomorrow.
Ex-West Ham manager.
Certainly the case. Musa has just shrugged off that. So Scott Hamilton onto the field to replace Shakir Samuels, unable to continue after running into the elbow of Albert Mills. Going to be a corner for Manchester United after that little foray into the penalty area. Jim Thwaites is on delivery duty. Floated up towards the back post. Fletcher. Try and work a little bit of space here. Scanlon gets there and manages to recover to make the challenge and wins the throw-in on the far side as well. It's good work from James Scanlon.
He's just looking to get to the dead ball line and then sort of cross a ball in from there. Just got crowded out in the end.
There's a lot of players in the way at the moment. A lot of bodies in the penalty area, as Victor Musa is just finding out. Mills. It's a good bit of work from LaSalle, and he's going to try and set Plunkett free down this right-hand side. Good goalkeeping. Quickly off his line, Cian Willows.
Yeah, good ball from LaSalle inside the full-back.
Challenge from Plunkett. A little bit unfortunate that it falls to a Forest player. Whiteley just stealing a yard or two, but does eventually get the throw in.
Let's go! Let's go! Good, well done you! Well done! Minimal! Good, Isaac.
Launched forward by Madupe, looking for that switch of play to the right-hand side, but can't make the connection with Bradshaw, so it goes out for a throw-in. We've got about 25 minutes left to play. Maybe a little bit more with the stoppages. Yeah, the referee spotting the foul in there, and Arthur and I both nodding along that he's done the right thing.
He was trying to let it go, I think, and allow Thwaites to continue.
Wide right now to LaSalle. That's a good ball forward as well. Moose has just sort of bent his run, hasn't he, thinking it was going to end up in the right channel, and it actually ended up in the penalty area.
It ran perfectly for him there, actually. He was expecting to go a little bit wider.
Next one.
That's good football from Forest. The challenge drawn by Mills. The foul won by Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, good piece of play by Forest there. Mills just sliding in, trying to get his left foot on that. Just caught his opponent.
When he started that slide, the ball was there to be won, but by the time he got to the ball, it had disappeared. Bailey shepherds that out of play. Takes the throw into Thwaites, turns it infield to Fletcher. Ibrahimov. Again, just taking the sting out of everything, making sure that Manchester United don't take too many unnecessary risks. Here he is again, Ibrahimov. Just a little too far away from the diminutive Ibrahimov. From LaSalle, who steps back in, re-engages, tries to win this ball back. Here comes the pressure from Manchester United. That pressure tells again, and that ball's been slipped through towards Ibrahimov. Goalkeeper comes out quickly and launches it away.
Again, Willows, a keeper on the edge of his box, trying to anticipate the through balls coming in United's favour.
Fletcher finds Bailey. Bailey comes back to Monroe.
Isaac, you maybe take the three. Yeah, Cyan, good. Go inside. Go inside. Go on there. Tight. You still get there though. Good.
Mills goes back to the goalkeeper. Make good decisions, don't they, this Manchester United back four? They don't ever sort of push a ball into midfield that isn't on. You know, if they need to come back to the goalkeeper, they're quite happy to do that.
And all the goalkeepers that play are all comfortable with the ball. and know what's expected of them, really, to keep the thing moving.
Cheeky back heel catches everybody unawares, though, and it allows Hamilton to have a little bit of a run. Shot comes in, tipped over the bar by Cameron Byrne-Hughes for the first save I think he's had to make in the game so far.
Yeah, it was just sort of creeping into an awkward area there. Just helps it on its way and continues getting the ball out and over the crossbar.
Out comes Isaac Davis, Welshman, to take the left wing corner. Going to take it short too. Whiteley measures the left-footed cross in. It's Fletcher that gets up highest. Scanlon going to look for Bailey. Bailey just half a yard too heavy in the end from Fletcher.
Right idea. Scanlon's just trying to bend that ball into Bailey's path there on that left-hand side.
Again, that pressure from Manchester United is so difficult to deal with. It never stops. Once they engage, they just chase and chase and chase, and it becomes so difficult to make clear decisions as the opposition.
And usually when somebody tries to close them down, they get some help coming behind them. One or two red shirts coming with them as well. So they're not being caught out on their own, really. They're all doing it together, 2s and 3s.
Takes some energy, that's for absolutely certain. Monroe, not scared to stretch his legs. And he's still going here, Reece Monroe. He's going to win this back too. The Manchester United captain finds Scanlon. Scanlon's going to get the cross in. Just too close to the keeper again. Wanted to put that ball through the corridor of uncertainty across the edge of the 6-yard box, but just doesn't quite wrap his boot round it.
Musa's just a yard behind there. If he ran across the keeper, he might have had a chance of getting something on it.
That's definitely a foul from Forest. Thwaites goes down, wins the free kick, and you can hear Adam Lawrence pleased with his midfielder. Thwaites. It's going to be a yellow card, surely. Too many times. The referee does go to...
He's refereed it well. He's tried to...
He hasn't gone for his yellow card at all. He's decided not to book.
Yeah, he's tried to sort of let things go, really. I can understand he's trying to have a quiet word with some of them as well, but the problem he has is the further you go up the scale, if it had been a higher level of football, you'd have probably got a card for that.
Yeah.
It's good to see him let these young lads get on with it and just speak to them.
And Blake is offside.
Ethan, when it goes, gets up from the box. Well done there.
The refereeing has to be part of the coaching too, doesn't it? You have to...
There's a fine balance to get it right. Yeah, that's the thing, really. You don't want to... We've seen some games where some referees are just happy to just give yellow cards out all the time, and I suppose that can sort of detract a little bit away from the game. But this referee's tried to referee it and have a word with people as well.
Yeah, he's trying to talk to the players, explain those decisions and why they're being made. Zion Blake's going to try and get this into the penalty area. Does so, but it's Bailey that tidies up for Manchester United. Thwaites and Fletcher tidying up. Brought down by Lasale. Well, United doing a very good job at managing this game at the moment. Maybe a chance here. Bailey finds Scanlon. Bailey and Scanlon again. James Scanlon turned around the corner. It was Fletcher that had made his way into the penalty area, just couldn't quite reel it in as it was played into him. One back by United. This is good football. Musa into the box, just sliding tackle comes in from Madupe.
He got a good contact with the ball there. Not met that many opportunities, Musa, since he's came on. Excuse me, but he's certainly almost got away from his opponent on that occasion.
He needed to make sure that it was a good connection, because it was, you know, penalty given away territory. No such worries for Madupe.
Come on, Jonathan, let's go. Alfie, Rico, keep talking.
Bailey with the throw. There's a little bit of wrestling match going on here. Referee's happy to allow things to continue. Scanlon, therefore, plays the ball back to Reese Monroe.
Right side, go on the move. Go, Scott. Go, Scott. Go, side. Right. And again. Third, Scott. Third, do it.
Doesn't quite have the same level of threat, does it, as the first 45 minutes had? Although I've said that, and all of a sudden Manchester United are on the front foot. Musa just gets caught in possession, and then a little tug of the shirt.
Just a little bit of frustration there, which he's just acknowledging it was a decent ball up to him. It's probably his fault that he's conceded control of the ball there, really. Just a little bit of frustration as he tugged the shot there.
Less than 15 minutes of the game to go. Zion Blake up against Plunkett, plays it down the line to Whiteley. Whiteley's got Bradshaw, plays it against the Forest man, goes out for a Manchester United goal kick.
Yeah, I thought a decent tackle went in there, and the ricochet went in his favour.
Keep talking.
Cameron Byrne-Hughes just going to tick a few more seconds off the clock. Ball wasn't a great one though. It does mean that Forest are going to try and work their way into the penalty area. Still remains just the one save that Cameron Byrne-Hughes has had to make, and it was a decent one, tipping it over the crossbar. Well, that needed intercepting by Rico Robinson. Does very well in the end. Well, that's been given away. Oh, Lassalle can't reel it in.
He almost had it, Lassalle there. Thought he was going to be in for a chance. Ball just skipped under his foot.
Go. Should it come out? Well done, good.
Very congested, very tight, so difficult to get any kind of control of the football.
It's not until they come this close that you can actually quite understand how spot on you've got to be with your control of the ball. Otherwise you're going to get tackled and lose it.
Good switch of play. That ends up on the edge of the box, but turned away again. Plunkett does well to get himself out of danger. Thwaites.
Alfie, get up! Better! Alfie, get...
Scanlon. Scanlon fouled, and referee blows for the free kick.
Alfie, Alfie, you and Isaac can't sink to the end. Go!
That's a good turn from Fuad Smith. Finds Bradshaw. Smith. Ball into the channel for Daly. Daly's cross comes down for Bradshaw, but stolen away by Tyler Fletcher. Wonder whether Reece Monroe was going to go on another one of those rangy runs.
Yeah, he's done it a few times in the second half, hasn't he? He's had sort of green grass in front of him, and he's sprinted into it quickly to get at the opposition.
Bragimoff plays the ball back to Burn Hughes. Bragimoff again. This is Albert Mills. One-touch football doesn't quite work for United. It's Victor Musa's pass that is picked off. That's good defending from Manchester United. It really is. Just getting nice and tight, really forcing Forest to make the error.
Yeah, just try to pick out his teammate there, Forest. The Forest lad just overhits it.
Not working for Victor Musa at the moment. He's struggling to make the impact that he will want to. Being said, he does have it right up his sleeve at any moment to turn on a bit of magic.
Yeah, Forest have actually done a lot better than the first half. Obviously not that conceding any more goals, but they've certainly tightened up a bit, especially at the back, compared to some of the mistakes that they made early on in the game, which United really capitalised on it.
Yeah, that's a foul. LaSalle knew it was coming as well. They could almost hear the footsteps approaching.
That's probably what they weren't doing in the first half, and United were just sort of using it all into their advantage. The second half, they've just actually probably been told at half-time you've got to get your foot in and upset a few people.
Forward again, Scanlon, opportunity here, gets the ball across, chance for Musa, but he can't get on the end of it. It's a brilliant cross from James Scanlon, but Victor Musa watches the ball flash in front of him just too far to reach a toe out.
Yeah, it looks as if he's just going to get there as well. Just agonising, just that little bit too far ahead of him, which wins a corner. United in that far side.
Scanlon with some great work again on that left-hand side. Waits with the cross. It's Albert Mills that makes connection with it. It's just slightly behind him when he does so, and it loops up and away.
Yeah, it looks as if he's just maybe giving a little bit of a helping hand there as he sort of tries to head that and get it on target, and he was turned round.
Willows will take the resulting goal kick. We're into the last 6 minutes or so, plus time added on.
Happy to take his time, Willows. He's been overworked, especially in the first half.
Again, United have left players high up the field, though. They are immediately turning that press on. As soon as the ball leaves the 18-yard box, they're trying to get the pressure on the ball. Win it back as well. Ibrahimov.
Energy for us. Get up to the ball. Alfie, get up to the ball now. Isaac, get higher. Good lad, Isaac.
Ibrahimov not willing to force it again, just keeps the ball ticking over.
Come on, man, go! Go!
That's a good turn from Bailey. He's got Scanlon ahead of him. Gets nudged off the ball. The referee is going to give the free kick, and rightly so.
Yeah, done all the hard work there, Bailey, driving at them, just like he was going to flick that out to Scanlon, who was that little bit wider. Nevertheless, he's won United a free kick in a dangerous spot.
Just trying to draw the draw the defender in before he flicked it out to Scanlon, I think, but got flattened in the process. So options in the penalty area for United if they don't want to take the shot on. Sila Sale and Victor Musa both lined up on the edge of the 18-yard box. Thwaite standing over it is going to deliver. It's the right position for a right footer. Is he going to have a go? Thwaites does have a go. Oh, what an effort it is as well. It's absolutely brilliant. What a finish from Jim Thwaites. Smashes it home, and Manchester United lead by 6 goals to 0.
Yeah, that's an excellent finish, that. Up and over the wall and down quickly. Hard skill to do, but no problem for him. Having a smile about it now.
Oh, it's in the postage stamp, isn't it?
Curling away from the goalkeeper all the time.
Well, that's as good as you'll see. That's such a good free kick from Jim Thwaites. Over the wall, into that postage stamp, right in the corner. Nice way to round things off, really, Arthur.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. There's only some special players that we've seen here over the years do that. Good skill to do, difficult to implement as well. Up quickly and then down in time to get into that goal net.
So many factors at play, aren't there? Got to get the height right, got to get the bend right, got to get the positioning right, got to keep it away from the keeper, got to miss the wall. All computed perfectly by Jim Thwaites. Well, back in the day, you wouldn't have too much time added on at the end of a wide score margin like this. The referee would just say enough's enough. I would imagine that when we get to 90 minutes, we're probably going to have a couple added on for all of the substitutions that we've had.
And I must say the referees actually let things flow really to keep the game going, especially in the first half where he could have done some more. But it's good that he's had a word with some players as the game's been going on and explained what he's trying to do, really, to let things go and let them, especially in the first half when Forest conceded 5.
So this win for Manchester United's under-18s, if it sticks that way, let's not jinx it with 2 minutes to go, flicked on, would lift them to the top of the under-18s Premier League North table, 2 points clear of Derby County in second. Midweek game coming up for them as well, the second leg of the Zalgiris fixture. Bragimov's just gone down hopping there.
He just got his foot in there and it looks as if the ball was kicked against it, whether it's a sort of block tackle that he's feeling.
Well, we are going to have some treatment for him. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a knock. He just sort of hopped away from that situation, didn't he? Didn't look very comfortable. Let's have a little look at what happened, shall we? He's back on his feet, which is good news.
You're just blocking the...
Oh, yeah. It's just one of those block tackles, isn't it? 2 feet coming together. I'm going to sound really old, and I don't really mind it. These new boots are very lightweight, though, aren't they, Arthur? Even more good news coming for Manchester United's academy, this time from the northeast of England. The under-21s away in PL2 to Newcastle United now lead by 2 goals to 0. Sam Mather opening the scoring. The second has just been popped home by Ethan Ennis, and that is good news for the under-21s. Lift them up the PL2 table. 5 seconds of normal time, plus stoppages to go. Probably should be a foul in there somewhere, but the referee decides against it.
Done well there, Billy. He was getting dragged for 20 yards, I think, of it.
Go.
Still maybe an opportunity here. In slides Ibrahimov, and he's on his bike straight away into the penalty area. Once that return ball doesn't quite get it where he wants it from Plunkett. Good block from Tyler Fletcher. Puts the ball out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, still doing it in the 91st minute, which is good to see. Not allowing Forest any time at all to play out, although they've done a lot better in the second half than they did in the first.
Just for confirmation, the second leg of the Manchester United Zalgiris game for the under-19s is the 6th of November at 7 o'clock. 6th of November, so that's not this week coming, but the week after. Lead, of course, by 5 goals to 2.
Yeah, done the hard work during the week to put themselves in an assailable position, I think.
Yeah, you would imagine so from there, and they will play Alkmaar, you would imagine, in round number 3 if they were to get through. Scanlon still running. Down the left-hand side to Bailey. Well, I knew there would be a little bit of time added on at the end. There always is. I wonder how much it is. Maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Difficult to know. No board goes up at these under-18s games. It can be tricky sometimes to know exactly how many minutes are
just got to guess
being added on. It was 2 minutes. It was 2 minutes, Arthur, that was added on.
It must have held you.
At the end. So a hat-trick for Chido Obi Martin inside the first 15 minutes, giving Manchester United a really good start. Then James Scanlon's 4th, Amir Ibrahimov's 5th, rounded up a brilliant first half. The second half, only a goal from that man there, Jim Thwaite. A perfect free kick, bent him with the right foot, right into the top bin. And Manchester United added a 6 to their 5 from the first 45 minutes. All in all, an excellent performance from this Manchester United side. They've beaten Nottingham Forest by 6 goals to 0.